Hi guys, Foxy Adventures here. I'm here to review Hannibal Episode 3. This episode was rather different from the other ones that I've seen, and it was rather refreshing. We get to understand Abigail a little better and her dead father. I have to wonder though, what will Hannibal and Abigail's connection be? Here's a spoiler. She was left by the end of the episode to keep a secret for him, regarding the murder and the murder that she committed. She had done this in self-defense, but Hannibal kind of twisted the situation to tell her that she had gutted the man. Although we know that it was self-defense out of fear and not self-defense out of logic or reason, at least this is what we are led to believe, we've also been hinted out by this episode that Abigail may be a bit smarter than she originally gives us to know, and this leads to theory about Hannibal saying that she's manipulative and wise, which I don't believe were exact words, but is what he said to the police officer more or less. So with that said, we have to wonder, did she intentionally kill this boy, or was she actually acting out of fear? At this point, I believe she's acting out of fear, but I have to also agree, because Hannibal is the lead character, that it's possible that Hannibal is correct, and I am wrong. But I have to see more episodes to find out who is correct, the character's theory or my theory. Please comment below what your theories are, and whether you think that Abigail had killed out of fear, or if you think Abigail killed because she herself is a murderer. Now, we also learned that her father was very sick. However, he did value every part of the body, and to him, if he used every part of the body, it was not murder, which is why he would use everything from those girls as much as possible. We later find out also that he would save the hair of the girls into the pillowcases, which is rather disturbing. But then again, this happens even with people being alive. I mean, you can donate your hair to cancer. You can even donate your hair to actually having feathered pillows, because that's what some of the Native Americans used to do. Granted, they used to scalp people too, which is a little disturbing. Not to say that all their pillows that had hair in them were from scalp victims, but you never know. I'm not going to get into history, but yeah, I did find that interesting. And once again, the series inspires me to watch more, because I love how each episode is rather creative. Disturbing, but creative. And in a TV series, it's okay to have a little mass destruction. In real life, not so much. There are consequences. Anyway, with all that said, I leave you guys with this. What roles will possibly play soon? I don't know. Or Abigail, I do not know. Or Hannibal, I do not know. But my theory, as far as Will is concerned, is that he will continue to be frightened by his mind. And it seems like the more characters he meets, the more he becomes frightened of his ability to actually see how murderers think. And also, it makes him kind of hesitant to be close to people, because people are kind of see him as a freak at this point. I really don't, because in real life, a police officer or crime inspector does have to get in the shoes of the murderer and have to think, well, if I was him, what would I do? How is the murderer thinking? This is how crimes are actually solved, so it's really no big deal. Also, even psychiatrist shrinks have to think a little bit on the dark side, which, of course, we already know Hannibal is dark, but logically, pretty sure most shrinks are not secretly murderers, and they actually do have to step into the shoes of the people they are helping in order to help them. And this kind of goes even with acting, because you think about it, there's a thing called method acting. You don't want to do method acting, but you still want to step into the shoes of the character you're being, so it seems real enough. You get what I'm saying? So in that sense, it's really not bad, and he's not a freak, despite how people are portraying him, and the series kind of does exaggerate on how the level works. But I do like how they do that, because in your mind, you got this imagination, and it's going like 360. When it comes to Abigail, I fear that Hannibal may have actually set her on a track of being a manipulator and killer. But at the same time, I feel maybe she will learn from this and not kill again. It could go either way. It's 50-50 at this point. However, I went from thinking Abigail was a boring character to actually being a witty young girl. As for Hannibal, he still stands pretty tall in my book. Can't say he's my #1 character, because it's kind of tied between him and Will. But Abigail is definitely getting better. The psychiatrist female, Elena, I feel she meddles too much, and she's becoming a little annoying, sadly to say. Yeah, so I don't know what my thoughts are going to be on her as the series goes. Mainly because, like, she bought the gifts for the girl, she tried to be the girl's best friend. That's cute and cuddly and all, but it's just like, you're not really trying to be her friend, and you don't really care about her best interest. I think she does care about her best interest, but the thing is, when people do that, it feels like they're staging it for the greater good or what's best for everyone involved rather than the single person, you know what I mean? And even I get guilty of that sometimes, because I'm a present giver. I'm a big present giver. So hopefully I've never acted like that, and if I have, I totally think I really should rethink that. In any case, with that said, I leave with Will. We better understand his mindset, and I do think we still have to be concerned about whether or not he may one day cross that line. Foxy Adventures out. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and your donations are greatly appreciated. You can donate through Patreon, Ko-fi, or PayPal. Love you guys. Bye.